We are short 3 people tonight. All of you guys, go ahead and add an extra 100. Because you guys got out of the arena encounter.
That took us 3 sessions.
Yeah.
God.
It's a major improvement. Isandros had led you up here, and he said, we have a lot to do. I know you're confused. You may not know where you are right now, but you are among friends in this city. As the suffix said before, the mercenaries are probably your best bet in terms of logistics in this mission that they want you to follow up on. Should you not wish to take part in this at all, you don't have to. You're free men. And as he says that, Shamash pretty much collapses right there.
So where are we exactly?
So you are in probably the most profitable port city of humanity at the moment. This is Kartadash.
I'd say to Babel, come with you.
Yeah, come along. I don't mind.
I recommend the night. I recommend at least a day's rest after today's events.
Long rest, yeah.
I will help deal with your companion here. I'll take him to the temple district and we'll see if we can get this sorted out with him as well.
So we all going to go take a rest?
Should you wish to. He is Babel has offered. Yep.
My character asked, where's the market?
So I sat down on Janster's head. I bet this market is huge.
And as you go to sit down, he flickers out. And you fall to the ground.
Nailed it.
And Janster's gone. There's no trace of him.
Who just vanishes?
You guys will have to, from his information he relays to you, you guys will have to exit the main part of the city and go into the outer wall section, pass through the green district to get to the marketplace. Yep.
I tell Aros that it's time to get back my sword. Now that the fighting's done, we'll get you a proper one after rest.
Fine. Is it fine if I stick around with you guys? Because I don't know this city yet myself.
I'm fine with it.
You're like the team leader.
No!
About this part, about every other guy that's walking alone, that part of the drill, you'd see me probably doing like this, just messing with them. Just all of them be like, and then a guy that's within like arm's reach, that's part of the mercenary group, you hear me go, "Hey man, how you been?" Get out of my face.
Yeah, you get a lot of that. Some of the guys don't want to see you or don't want to be messed with while they're drilling. They're trying to keep their attention, otherwise they're going to get the stick, you know. But now and then, as he's walking with you guys further into this district, you hear a little bit more banter back and forth, like they're on good terms with Babel, and they'll have exchanges as they're walking because Babel is trying to get his duty done now. You guys are starting to go to. Let's see.
Are we going to go this way to, he said he's near the water, so is it like over here? At this point right here that's kind of pointing towards that water, or kind of towards those trees right
What
here?
do you say, Babel? What
So like
point?
these?
What point of the districts are you going to be
In
in?
this area.
Okay.
So we'd be coming through, and we'd go straight through here.
Straight.
Instead of hand railing
Straight
the wall.
across. Okay.
You gotta let them see some of the markets and other stores in the area.
You guys see a lot more. I'd say, let me get this out of the view for a second. You guys move across this way. He's not trying to take you too far into it, but you see as you're passing through the rest of this area with the green cloaked and green tunicked peoples, some of the buildings start to get more permanent looking, more old in scope of age, and you start to see what looks to be what's the term? Stands with like cloth coverings and various colors and whatnot, and it starts to open up more, like it's not as condensed. You see a lot of people in these areas, a lot of people.
Has my bird found anything yet?
He has not sounded off just yet.
Okay, so I'll just let you.
He's still flying around, keeping a swivel, but he has not said anything yet.
Okay, cool.
Find out the goals.
You guys start to move through what looks to be markets, a large bazaar, and
There goes Fumble.
large bazaars full of people of various form and shape, colors, and a lot of different interesting goods being peddled here.
All right.
And
By the way, whenever we pass by a fresh seafood stand, I'm gonna stop there and get us some fish for the night.
oh, they're all over. So
I know. That's why I said I'm just gonna stop there, buy us literally just a few fish for all of us.
Okay, you stop. You're starting to get closer to the shoreline and the docks, and you'll see. What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
You smelling a fishy smell.
You definitely smell fish for sure, like sun-dried fish and whatnot. You'll have people
Fresh.
gutting stuff.
Fresh, not dried.
Not dried. Okay.
Just
Oh,
literally.
I'm saying.
I'm aiming primarily for salmon.
You'll have to go.
Not salmon, but
You would know you'd have to go right up along the docks pretty much to get the freshest of the fresh.
I'm not looking for super fresh. I'm just looking for something convenient.
Okay. All right. You do find a stand that is peddling from the back of a very large cart.
3-day-old salmon.
The day's
Not rotten.
the day's catch, but the day is getting pretty late now, so
Yeah.
they're probably trying to pack up what they can before they
You probably
sell off
get a
what's
deal.
left. There's
Perfect
a
time for it.
there's a
Really rotten fish. They'll taste it.
there's a couple running this stand. One is sitting in the back of the cart while they're flipping fish over, and there's an older lady that's at the actual stand.
Hi, how y'all been? I don't know why I keep saying y'all. I'm not supposed to have the southern accent.
It's kind of hard to get out of.
I know. I've spent too much time at the mountain. How have you all been?
Hi, Sonny. How are you today? Bear with me, guys.
I've been all right. Say, where y'all selling fish at right about now?
You got the flounder?
Well, we're about to put up for the day, but I can probably cut you a deal on some catch of the day. Just, they're not. The day's almost over.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take 4.
Take 4 of them.
What are they though? What's the catch of the day?
Let's see.
Well, the R's with the stuff we eat behind. Unless you never eat.
Do what?
Flounder and eel.
Well, there's the fresh, and then there's the sea. What do you want?
So as long as it's not rotten.
Well, that's not so fast, these people. Not anything, but those are not rotten.
You know me, I'm not super picky.
I am.
All right, I'll say 4 silver, and you can have the pick of the lot. So have at it.
Come on, we've all had good business here today, and y'all are packing up.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh shit, what would that be, D20?
Yeah.
While he's doing that, I look over to Aros and like, Mr. Aros, do you think Mr. Battle can eat all that fish at once? Why is he buying so much?
I don't know.
Well, you got
Oh no, that was a 9.
balance too
Do you think he?
for your persuasion. What did you do? Persuasion?
Yeah.
Add 6.
Do you think he'd?
So that'd be a 15.
Do you think he'd chew it?
Slurp it probably.
Just,
I mean, that's what I
just take the bone right out.
Okay.
So you got what?
15.
15. I'll drop it to 3 silver.
You got yourself a deal.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It's always
Do you have silver?
Aros, he haggled. My master does that.
Well, thank you,
Gonna
Sonny.
try and make Aros come with us.
3 silver, and she points her hands to the cart, slaps the knee of the old man who started the knot off in the back of the cart, and he's like, "Oh!" And she's like, "Get out of there! Let them pick." And you're able to pick 4 fish of your choosing out of the back of the cart. Then you were looking for what, salmon?
Nah, just any pink fish instead of white.
Okay, you get four fish for that. After you point them out, she takes the fish, puts it on the stand. There's already some parchment laid out, and she starts to roll it up into one big batch for you, and then hands it to you after she puts some twine around it. She said, "Thank you for your business, Sonny.
Oh, thank you. I'll see y'all probably tomorrow again.
See you same time, I guess."
Who knows?
I don't know. You get the best deals.
I try.
And then she turns back to the husband and starts to scold him.
We're nice people.
What a lovely couple.
Okay, you have some food for the night. What do you want to do now? You want to continue heading home?
Yes. Head home because my character's even tired.
Okay.
Having to argue with people all day.
So you'll have to head back into the interior a little bit more, but you catch one of the back alleys, uncrowded, and because some of the tradesmen are trying to pack up, get ready for going to sleep and waking up early in the morning again, and you find your back alley shop that. Well, not really back alley, the back alley behind your shop, I should say. And you enter through the lot on the side. And you see that there is a couple carts with a couple mules that are drinking from a trough. And the carts right now are empty. They're underneath the stabling. And you see there are some lights on in the shop.
Good. It looks like we caught them before they closed up shop for the day. Alright.
Do you have people working for you?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay.
Are you asking that?
No, I'm just
No,
out of character wondering.
Alright, let's head on in.
Do you go in through the side door or the front door?
Side.
Should we knock first?
I own the building.
You see his shop last I know is a two-story building. You guys just walked into like kind of an enclosed lot, like work lot for his building. the building itself is made of wood, from what I gathered before. What was the roof like? Was it a pointed? Was it flat?
It was pointed.
Pointed roof, and several windows along the top of the building, but not along the bottom side unless you start going into the front actual store. But you guys go into the side door, probably the workers' door.
This one. Alright, go to the side door.
You follow him in?
Yeah.
It's my instant response at this point.
Yeah, you're my instant response.
Yeah, that's all.
He walks in the door.
Place on fire.
Burned my building down.
He walks in the door, holding it open for you guys to enter with him. Probably the last one to go in might have been Aros, because he's still like, okay, he's still kind of following you guys. And you see, did I have the image or do you still have it?
I don't have it. It was a kind of quickly
Actually,
for you. We'd be entering into the storeroom area.
Yeah, you're in a back supply, like it's like a receiving almost kind of a deal.
Shelves. Shelves upon shelves. We don't get that much equipment in.
But it's definitely a storage area, but it looks kind of barren at the moment. There are a few barrels that look like they're sealed.
Barrels.
There are some open crates with some tools sticking out of it, and there's some bags of feed, from what you can gather. That's about it in the storage. He brings you to another door, opens it up, and it looks like to be a door that leads behind a countertop storefront. And as he opens up the door, you guys see this girl stop what she's doing and look back into the door at you all, and she's just kind of like, "Whoa, who are you?" And then she sees you, and she's like, "Boss, who are these people?"
Don't worry about it too much. The adventurers that the Caliphate have oh so graciously made me a part of. I'm gonna help deal with the raider issue.
So
Is there any windows open?
you see past her, because you're still kind of in the storeroom. You're seeing you guys are kind of at the doorway. You see past her there are a storefront kind of a deal with large panes, but they're not open. You are still not able to see the entire room.
Okay.
But you're coming from the back rooms essentially to a storefront. She responds to you saying, "Okay, does that mean you're going to be closing?" Okay, resuming, she says, "Okay, does that mean you're going to be closing up the store?"
You already got this handled. I'm gonna take our newcomers upstairs. They'll be staying here for the night.
All right. I guess I'll start getting things ready to close up shop, and I'll tell the other guys that are working to, report back as usual.
All right. Thank you. By the way, how did we do today on sales?
We made a couple gold today, not a whole lot. Just there's more window shopping than anything, but I don't blame them, given that that's mainly all we got. Hopefully we can get some more stock in soon, boss.
Yeah, hopefully this will be part of the remedy of the situation.
Then she kind of like nods and turns back to the desk kind of awkwardly. Yeah.
Damn drawing. I never even
I'm gonna look at her and be like, "Hi, what's your name?"
And she realizes that it's a talking mouse.
Yeah, like a mouse on a dude. It's like,
I expect her to flip out.
Like a mouse and starts beating ours with a broom.
just to confirm, you didn't actually have any names prepared, right?
Nah, you can make
So I had.
Well, I did it.
No, I mean for him because this is his deal. But this is what?
Old too.
Her name's Olga.
Place like old tit.
I am Holga da. You know.
Olga the trainee though.
Olga.
Everybody loves a Holga. Yeah.
My name is Karina. Who are you?
Well, Miss Greta, my name's Ben. And this is my buddy Aros.
This is what?
My buddy Aros.
Aro says, "It's nice to meet you." And Karina, again hesitantly, is like, "Who are your friends? You seem to be the most outspoken at the moment."
We're just awkwardly coming
I get
in.
bashful and I kind of hide behind Aros.
Behind his ear or something.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, hello, it was nice to meet you. I'm gonna get back to the shop. Boss, I guess I'll see you later. You know, she kind of scuttles away
can I ask her to open the door?
to act like she's keeping busy, but there's really nothing to do over here, so she's kind of like standard, like awkwardly.
Hey, can I say to her, open door?
Open door?
Yeah, open the door.
What door?
That front door.
But they're closed.
Just for a second. Because I didn't get my bird
You walked inside to get the bird.
I should get my bird back.
Okay, and she walks to the front of the store, and then she opens up the door
And I
and
go-
stares at you.
I go, and
That startles her.
it just lands on my shoulder.
And she looks at Babel and she says, "You don't pay me enough for this."
I pay all I got. What do you expect?
Then she closes the door and
Locks it up.
yeah, starts setting up the shop for closing. You see also, because you guys had started to move out, you see also two smaller looking people sitting at looks like a couple desks that are facing each other, and they're like engrossed in their work. One seems to have something similar to that, glass in nature, staring down at something as they're like doing that.
Is it a...
Glass.
You see a lot.
Is it
One
dwarves?
has a lot of hair. The other one looks like he's balding with hair sticking out like that.
Do we know if it's dwarves or anything like that?
Give me an insight
Like, are we checking for race?
We got racial
if you want to,
Mr.
history.
Babel, what are
History?
you doing over there?
or a perception. Perception. What's that?
I don't know.
I asked Mr. Babel what they're doing.
They're preparing product.
What'd you get, Kildre?
I got 17.
17. You see the backside of what appears to be a dwarf, and the front dome behind the dwarf, with white hair sticking out to the left and right of his head, of what might be either a very small man or, from what you can recall, a gnome.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Yep.
I'm gonna be that boy. This.
There's two people over
You're-
there.
Your eyes go. your eyes look different ways because reasons with the roll.
Just all of a sudden, there's a blind spot.
Your eyes do
where you're
that.
looking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, your eyes do that, so you look the wrong way.
Two shiny things.
But you see the backside of a dwarven man and the dome of a possible gnome sitting at the desk.
No, no, you've been gnomed.
Babel had started to walk up to a staircase, an open staircase, and was waiting on you guys at this point.
Washroom?
Upstairs.
Alright, so I go upstairs and get in the washroom.
Okay, you head upstairs with Babel having led you guys up there, and Babel had started to walk in the door when you rush off to where he pointed the washroom was. I'll go ahead and get to you. You went into a room that has pretty much a I'd say a seated crapper right up against the wall, and you have a bowl of water on pretty much a stool in the corner.
Does it have rainwater, or is it just this is just a bowl of water?
Do you want to investigate?
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's
I mean, you should be able to get
19.
19. What are you investigating?
See if it's magical. No, I'm joking.
Are you investigating the latrine or
just a bowl? I
bowl?
I just want to do some washing.
the bowl itself is a
Bowl.
just a
bowl.
large wash basin kind of a deal that's sitting on a platform.
There's no water being pumped out of it?
No,
Okay.
it looks like it's a manual. You have to fill it, kind of a deal.
All right, so my bird just jumps in there and just, and then I'm just right next to it. Just I'm like
You're preening yourself.
yeah. I'm talking to my bird and I'm just saying, man, screw this sand.
Oh,
Sand
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, we would have sand everywhere.
Yeah.
And then
A couple of you have
yeah,
fallen
I'm
into it, you know, due to circumstances.
I'm dancing.
As I get a death glare. So you
I'm
do
probably
that.
nice and crusty myself.
Babel,
Everywhere there's
you can go ahead and take over for the rest of the. Babel, this is your setup, so you can go ahead and take over for that part. You're in the living quarter of your shop.
Are you hearing birds singing?
So before we entered in, there would be a couple shelves left and right where there'd just be some boxes. Through the door, enter into a relatively medium-sized living area where there's just a bed up against the wall. Outside of that, there's only a medium-sized dresser, not even a mirror on it. And then there's a doorway that leads out to a balcony. It's actually not much bigger than this room.
It would still be, from what Babel explains, larger than any inn room you could get in the city right now.
No.
So
It's going to feel like it's going to have no room once everybody lays down and takes a nap.
Well,
which
at
you
least
might
we'll
have to
smash.
you might have to prepare for because you have the one bed. So
Wait, I think I have a. Do I have a bedroll?
if that's part of your inventory,
Yeah, I think I might have.
bedroll.
I think I might have.
it's still better than sleeping on the ground outside right now.
Well, I guess dibs on the bed.
Oh, also,
It'd state that authority right now. Yep.
also there would be a small furnace.
Small furnace, yeah.
For those cold, lonely nights.
Actually, primarily for boiling water.
I should
But
have.
you got to fill your basement somehow.
Yeah, stoked off.
I should have a.
There are several windows, as I described earlier, to the upper story. You see over the lot in one side. You see on the opposite side a very big, a pretty good view actually of the merchant dockyard. Okay, so that's that. You got another one that goes off and looks towards the green district. And in the lot, because of your angling, you actually see what looks like the top of a well just behind the stable. So you kind of get the feeling that's where you would get your water when you're set up here. So.
So after we successfully dirtied up the bowl, we just toss it out we toss the water out the window
Into the streets.
into the streets.
Alley.
If you want to do that.
Well, I mean,
Where's
that's
it supposed to go?
Alley. Welcome.
You've also got
old ages.
You've got the latrine works, which actually do go out to the outside of the building. Like probably.
they'd probably just
Off
pour it
the lot.
down the. It'd probably be more manners just to pour it down the latrine so that the.
They actually have a piping system.
Yeah, so we flush out the pipe. Probably what they do, right?
They have a piping system that goes into the ground.
Right next to the well. Just out.
Did you ever wonder why the well tastes funny?
it's actually the opposite side. It looks like it'd be for us as players. It looks like it'd be like a rain drain kind of off the corner of a building, like an office.
Just the poo just goes down.
It goes underground. Like it goes through a pipe underground.
It goes to an old school style sewer system.
Yeah.
The gate is in there.
Shitter's full.
There might be a couple of his faults.
So,
probably.
what do you guys want to do now? You've been introduced to an area where you can take a long rest, should you wish. It is going on early evening. There's still time of day for sunlight.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'm
just gonna prop myself up in the corner and probably just sleep a long rest.
I'm gonna. How big's the bed? Is it like king size, twin?
Roll d4. We'll see how much you expended on your bed.
3.
3.
It's queen.
Normal size.
Or California king.
I'll say you can fit 2 people on the bed, but he's just got extra pillows, so it takes up so much space.
I like my pillows, man.
Oh,
Hey, don't question the one that's got a hole in it.
Oh, is this like your bedroom?
Yeah, this is my bedroom.
This is his living quarters.
Oh.
This is his shop.
Okay. Well,
I live at my shop.
Yeah, you just fall asleep on this thing. Don't even ask him.
But he has a bunch of pillows, so you guys can move that around the room.
Okay, so
I'll take a pillow.
Unless he says, no, my pillows.
I'd share my pillows with everybody.
I take one of his pillows, go up in the corner.
I'll take a pillow
Lay in
and I
the
go to the
Lay in the
corner.
corner. Did you check your inventory, see if you had a bedroll?
I don't.
You don't?
I know.
Okay.
I swore I did, but
I'd say
Go to the dresser and give him a couple blankets.
Okay, yeah. So you guys got some pretty well used blankets. They're not the best,
Wow.
but they'll keep you. They're clean. They're clean. It's just they're kind of they're worn. Like they're lovingly used.
They have holes right at the cross.
His great tiefling grandmother.
There probably is an old quilt in there that I would have gotten for my foster folks.
So you guys got pretty much bed rolls, so you don't have too much of a penalty for sleeping on floors. You got pillows. You're as comfortable as you can be without being outside in the
Okay, we're
element.
all currently at full health except Killer.
Yeah.
If you're taking a long rest now, which it sounds like it, that you guys restore all of your spell slots, restore all your HPs.
Was it still daylight outside?
Yeah.
It's going on early evening. There's still sun, but it's starting to go down.
Well, we just had a big battle.
Old
So.
people. I'm gonna try and drag a pillow close to like the furnace thing,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna jump on it. I'm gonna like spin and lay down, and then I'm gonna get up, spin 3 more times.
You're gonna start needing it.
He has the most pillow. He has the most bed out of all of
This is
us.
California King.
I mean, I have a big old cape on.
Yeah, he's gonna get the best sleep out of all of us because he probably took my good pillow too.
Okay.
But in reality,
Can I roll?
I like a wooden log. It's a pillow.
Roll a d10 and a percentile.
By the way, my character, he's just gonna grab his pipe and a book and go out into the balcony for a while.
91.
Wrap his
All right.
pipe. and
91.
Grab a pipe and a book.
That's probably the best pillow you've been on in a while.
Yes.
So
All right.
what book are you reading?
Religion.
Religious book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your religion? Okay. Give me a religion roll.
What would that be? D20?
Yeah.
D20, yeah. And then add your religion stat.
Oh, 15.
15 plus your religion, probably 2.
Religion plus 5, so
Yeah.
20.
Okay. You will gain advantage on your next bartering.
Sweet.
Alright. So are we asleep and about to wake up?
So mark that down.
Are we asleep about to wake up?
If everyone's doing that, so
I'm gonna wake up.
you wanted to make ammunition.
I
You mentioned it. I'm just saying. So you said before you were curling up in the corner. You're curling up in front of the furnace. Spam is Kildry. Where are you laying?
I'm in a corner. I'm in the opposite corner of him.
You guys are a bunch of freaking
And
Yeah, just take over all the
edgelords.
Something up next to Kildreed.
nah. I don't trust you yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Were you like actually laying down in the corner, or you were like squatting, or like sitting back?
I'm sitting back in the corner. I'm
Okay.
used to it since I'm an urchin.
Okay, yeah. You take where you can to sleep because you got to be able to.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all.
I take out my trinket and I look at it for a little bit.
Is Babel going to do anything for the rest of this evening, other than read his book and pipe?
Book and pipe. Got
Okay.
her on my little chair.
All right.
My spindly ass little chair.
You probably fall asleep out there, so you probably wake up at some point and drag yourself back to.
I was gonna read until it got dark.
Where's
You know,
poor Aro sleeping?
I was gonna
He was probably already in the bed, like he probably fell over in the bed, so he'd have to like
I'd walk in,
push him over or something.
I'd literally walk in as soon as I see him, just take the bed and just. Just start
He's
listening.
like, hey,
My bad, bastard.
my pillows. Okay.
Either get out of the bed or scoot over. One of the two. I can't promise there won't be something touching you in the morning.
Oh yeah, are we going to sleep or?
I'll be to you, but what do you expect? I got
Alright,
damn
It sounds like it.
I'll-
Aros goes to take the actual quilt that was referenced and curls up beside Bam because he wants the heat as well. So everyone looks like, sounds like they're going to bed for a long rest.
I look at my wakatashi and my trinket.
You're looking at them.
Yeah, because that's what I do.
You're just examining them, or
Yeah, it's one of my things.
just are you just looking at them, or are you trying to maintain them?
Well, the wakashi wasn't used, so it's just looking at. My personality trait. I hide scraps of food and trinkets away in my pockets. I believe I saw something like I usually take it out and look at it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot about this. Whenever we came in before, went and read and all that, would have made us some dinner. Just literally
Yeah.
fish and vegetables
I
forgot
thought it
about
was breakfast.
in a pot.
It's breakfast now, son.
What
are you doing?
You could probably
Breakfast.
with your furnace make it into a stew or something.
That's what I was gonna use.
So you do that. Anyone who wants to take part in the stew?
Everybody.
Like, be part of the stew or eat part of it?
Well, I don't know
Eat
if
it.
anybody wants to be a part of that.
He probably, because he was awake, you guys probably like laid down and like started to rest your eyes, and then you started to smell food.
Anybody want to add any dangly bits to the food?
He has a pot over the, like, hanging off of a spit over the furnace. That's
This is a lizard folk. Can you guys tail off and then regrow it?
I think we talked about that before.
Y'all realize
No.
I have
Was
2
this the
days
Dragon
worth of
Man?
rations, so I'm not like.
Rations are exactly that.
So
rations. It's not a meal.
who takes part in the fish like gumbo stew, whatever you can make
It's
of it?
literally just a
Dude,
pot.
rats, mouses eat anything.
So I'm over here and I'm looking at my lump of coal, as everybody thinks I'm looking at, which is actually a priceless diamond.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get that.
Yeah, it's just everybody's just like, why are you looking at coal? But nobody says anything. And then somebody said, breakfast. And I perk up. Oh!
Well, this is more supper, but I understand the reference.
Supper.
Supper.
Stay on.
You guys, okay? You guys passed back out with a full stomach.
Mm-hmm.
There was enough for everybody. Aros is especially fat.
And then I say, too bad the other guy couldn't have food.
You guys all,
Wow.
you guys,
Think like a growl at him.
you guys all get a one-time well-fed advantage roll on a check. So
I had fun.
take note of that. You all, for having had a nice meal, get an advantage roll on one check.
Any check we choose, or
As long as it's an ability check.
can we just not get one of those inspiration dice thing?
Oh, that's an award for role playing.
Mm-hmm. Why isn't it the same thing?
This is you guys.
The
have been-
advantage, like rolling the d20 again. To
I will
choose
keep.
better.
I will have this. I will get this pretzel and I'll put it right here. Pretzel 75 in that thing.
This is because you guys weren't sure you're going to be able to eat tonight. That's another thing. It's like you guys got out of a scenario you thought was really bad initially.
Oh, it's so bad. So bad. So bad. We're gonna die.
So passing back out with full bellies. At some point, Kildry does in his, you know.
Hey, wait a second. Tell me when we're gonna wake up. Just tell me when we're waking up.
Roughly 8 hours pass, and you wake up. Everyone starts starts shifting around and like, oh, I guess I'm up now, kind of a deal.
Okay.
Stretching the tail.
All the healing should be done. All the spell slots should be back. Any charges for abilities such as Kildry's Keen Eye should be reset.
Mm-hmm.
All the things.
Everything.
Yeah, it's a long rest. What now? People are stirring, getting up, and being like, "Oh."
Alrighty, time to make some breakfast with the last fish. That's why I asked for 4.
It's okay.
Take the last one, you fillet.
It's just a little bit before the sun comes up. Like you're starting to see, it's the golden hours, I guess is what you call it. Before the sun comes up.
As the sun's coming up.
Use what's left of the chopped up vegetables, a little bit together, and you use a little bit of the broth from the night before after it's set.
Make it traditional.
So he multi-classes into chef, right? You know?
Just becomes the chef of the party.
You donkey!
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because you didn't cook it
Speaking of
properly.
that, you hear the mules out back letting out. Yeah, because Aros walks up to the window and takes note. It's like, so you guys. He's like, so you have a couple of carts. Do you trade over land?
We trade wherever our goods are. We trade wherever our goods are sought after. Whether it be over the land or over the sea, but sadly we're on the far west end of civilization over here.
Speaking of that,
Yep.
do you have mapped region?
Let me check.
I got to do Broken English.
Yeah.
He had Babel had just started up another bit of cooking, and then was answering while he was doing stuff, and then you got to him about that. So you walk off for, I guess, a bit.
Yep.
Where are you going for this information?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
I'm pretty sure we'll have someone else.
Well, but isn't the...
I just don't know if they got all sold off or not. Because we haven't had any fresh supply in quite a while.
Give me another D4 roll.
Who, me or him?
Babel.
For what?
See if he has the stock.
A 2.
A 2? You have 2 maps left.
Are you going to pick her up?
Did you follow him?
No.
You have
Probably I would have noticed.
You have 2 maps left in stock. They each have their own cylinder to hold them in and cap with it.
May I?
How many do you grab?
I'm gonna grab them both.
Grab them both?
Yeah, just in case one's not of this region.
Hey,
All right.
As it happens.
Have one. Trade one. Buy one.
Yeah.
You wait for the buy.
Yes.
Wait for the right option.
All right. What kind of maps are they? I'm looking for regional, world, and city. I'm looking for 3. They have
Babel pops one open, and he finds one for the region of the city. He also pops the other one open and finds one for waterways, but they don't seem to be complete.
Okay, I want the.
Oh, that's where I put that one.
They don't have any marking as to what map they are on the tube. That's why it's.
See.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was just like, which one do you grab? One that could possibly be completely incomplete, or one of an unknown region that I completely forgot I had.
The city map. The city map is more of an overlook in terms of like how the districts are.
Yeah.
Kind of set up.
It's a basic.
So he pulls them out both so you can see. Which sounds better to you?
The city map.
The city map, the district map.
How much is it?
Let's see here. I can give you a physical prop, but because of the ink situation, it's going to be kind of bad looking. So here is the district map. It's again the ink is messed up, but I'll pop it up here in a second.
Are we in District 11?
You're in 5.
Oh, damn.
Top right corner of District 5.
5.
The legend's in the bottom left.
Yeah.
Here
Top right.
is. Here is the layout, guys. Let me get this opened up. I don't know how to go.
How much you want for it?
I don't know. They're usually pretty cheap.
I'll
But
have
for
this.
you, it's only 500.
There's the city district overlay.
How much do maps normally go for? I can't even remember.
A bronze.
You
A shrubbery.
Well, if we had a printing press.
you haven't sold one in a while. These were just kind of. It's like these fell behind a shelf almost.
Yeah, it's I was like, let me go check.
Think like you buy posters from one of our retailers around here, and they're just kind of shoved in a nook, kind of a deal.
Yeah, you put it to the side, it rolls off.
It rolled off, but you knew they were there, so you found them. Those used to sell for roughly 50 gold, because that's hard to get a good cartographer to give you new ones.
Jeez.
50 gold.
50 up.
Hey, DM, I'm gonna do something too when this is done.
Okay.
So
I mean,
wait,
go ahead if
these
you
are
want
not even. These are not like the normal maps. These are high quality maps.
These are the best quality you could get.
Oh.
That's probably why you're going bankrupt, because you're buying all the expensive stuff.
Yeah, well, if I sold
I mean,
everything in my
information-
shop, whenever it used to be full, I'd probably be rolling in a few thousand coin. But
Information-
like I said before, trade has been pitiful.
Cartography and information relating to cartography is big, regardless of where you go. So
Yeah.
you have that map plus another one I don't have a physical prop for.
It's just a waterways map.
The other one,
get us to.
I'll open that up here. And it's, you have.
How much does he want for it?
Too much.
Yeah, I'll give.
Here's okay. Warning:
Here's
a very rough project map.
How
that I
about
made.
40? So I'd have.
This is the waterways map. That's incomplete.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
You understand from his knowledge that this is where you are right here in the city of Kartadasht. This is the waterway system, roughly. The seaways.
Yep.
That's all you see on the map.
Actually,
I'm probably taking that at a loss.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It's going to piss you off. But I use my forgery skill and
I mean, you can try.
I'm going to use my forgery skill and see if I can make a map. Quite as good as this.
Right in front of him?
Yeah, be like, oh, because I don't understand humans.
If you can make copies, I might give you a job for the day.
Well, listen, I got forgery and mockery.
You forced him to make a mockery of it?
Did that switch it on here?
Yes.
It's mimicry,
fine.
actually.
Okay, that's
It's not
again. That's the
mockery, it's
district
mimicry.
map. Feel free to.
You want me to roll for forgery?
Have you actually had that conversation? If you can, like, did you buy it from him?
No, he wants 40 gold, and I'm like, oh damn, 45 gold, and I don't have that.
Are you gonna try to start like forging it into another map in front of him while you're trying to do a trade? Also, what are you gonna forge it onto?
Oh, damn. Can I buy some paper?
Yeah, for 45 gold. Or be serious. If you wait, do I particularly see him like preparing to forge the map?
He doesn't have anything in his hand other than the map, and he's kind of going back and forth, like deciding with like handing you the map and like.
All right.
I'm here.
It's up to you how you want to. It's up to you how you want to react.